My name's Matt Hicks, I'm 24. There is a new show coming out this summer on Fox, and the show is called I Want to Marry Harry. The premise is 12 American ladies are flown over to the UK, where they're told they're going to meet an eligible bachelor. They're not told who. They're put up in this fancy English estate, there's butlers, chefs, and then I arrive, and the show ensues, and it's my job to persuade them I'm Prince Harry, date them, make them, fall for the ruse, and then at the end there's a reveal where I tell them who I really am, and we want to see if these girls have fallen for the trappings of a prince and the money and everything that comes with it, or have they fallen for the guy Matt Hicks. So there was a week in the run-up to the show, which, well, it was part of the show. It was essentially like Harry school. I had to learn to horse ride, fencing, ballroom dancing, Latin dancing, etiquette, military history, his hobbies, past scandals, ex-girlfriends, schooling, like everything. It's just, so if I was in a date situation, I couldn't talk about myself, so I had to talk about what he's been up to. Which fortunately is quite interesting and exciting. But I'm still not completely convinced. I think there's obviously a resemblance, but I think everyone's just got this idea in their head of, this relatively tall guy who looks athletic with red hair and dresses in a certain way. And if someone sees that, they're instantly like, it must be him. There's no hype about the show in England. I think in England people see him in the press pretty often, almost daily, and so they've got a slightly more, a better image in their head of exactly what he looks like. Whereas, like I said before, over here I think there's just an image, and so you get a lot of double takes, a lot of people taking pictures. It's just a bizarre, surreal experience.
Does he look familiar to you at all?
It's exactly like Prince Harry. Exactly, I saw him over there.
Does he look like anybody famous?
Yes.
Yes.
Prince Harry.
Yes.
Yeah. You look like Prince Harry.
Yeah. I never wanted to confirm it and say those words. I never wanted to say I am Harry. Fortunately, it didn't come to that, and I managed to, deflect. If someone, I can't remember if someone actually did ask, but it got very close, and I was like, who do you think I am? I just turn it back on them. I'd say, I'm not here because of, I'm a prince. I want you to like me for who I am, and forget the status, forget the trappings of royalty. I'm here to find someone I'm genuinely interested in and just sort of skate over. Well, I've learned that I should never ever date 12 women at one time. That was probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever done, and just is only ever going to end up in getting you in trouble. But never say no to anything, because it would be so much fun to look back on this experience in a few years and just be like, I got on network TV and had an absolute blast for 6 weeks pretending to be a prince and being treated like a prince, whilst meeting a group of girls that I'd never normally have got to meet. I said yes to it because I thought it would be brilliant fun. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't think it would be an enjoyable experience. But if I could find a romantic interest along the way, then hey, that'd be great.